The Trump Carnival by Zartman Smith. Hubba, 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 step right up, folks. Welcome to the Donald Trump 1,000-mile midway. Come a little closer and I'll tell you about the sights you're going to see. It's the biggest show on earth. Friends, you're going to see things that you've never seen and that you would never believe. You still won't believe. We got our main show, and it's got three, count 'em, 1, 2, 3 rings. And we got our side shows, and you're not going to believe the side shows. Please move right down close so you'll be able to see and understand a little better. This is the bumping, pumping Carnival of Trump. Come in. Have a look at the man with a mouth that has two sides. That's right, two sides, an anatomical wonder. How does he do it? You might think that he talks out of one side only at a time, but he talks out of both sides at the same time, all the time. Folks, I had a scientist here the other day, and he said this was not possible. But then he saw, just like you'll see, and you'll be telling all your friends about it. And then we got so many more living, alive people, or sort of people, you could say that they're poor unfortunates who have found a way to get by displaying their personal malady. Friends, you're going to see the Birdman, the tweeting Birdman. Yes, folks, a man, both bird and human. The Birdman who tweets and never stops tweeting. What do they mean, those tweets? Some say it's for attention. Some say it's a cry for help. Others say it's a mating call. Others say he's tweeting who's boss. I don't know, but it's tweeting pretty much all the time. Yes, friends, you'll be marveling and wondering and saying this can't be. Then you'll see the half man, half snake. Yes, he looks like a man, but he sneaks and slithers like a snake. Now, folks, you might want to pose the question, can there be a snake? I'll tell you now that you'll know the answer to that question because you will see it. Yes, I say that you will see it. And you will see more. They're all alive, living and breathing right here and on the inside. We've got the half man, half mole. Friends, you won't believe this quiet little thing that looks so sweet and trusting. He's been burrowed here for years, burrowed deep, brought by some foreign wizards, some masters of the exotic arts from, can you guess? Not India, not China, but from Russia, from real Russian wizards of the esoteric arts. He's the human mole. He's just now coming out of his burrow starting in the last couple of years. This will all seem like magic. Alakazam! It will seem like smoke and mirrors, but it's real, folks. It's real. Hubba, hubba. You'll see the human blockhead. Yes, folks. This is a real person, a living human being. A man, but his head is made entirely out of a block of wood. And that's a fact, folks. It's true. How he does it. How does he talk? How does he eat? How does he see and hear? You will be amazed that he does it all with his head made entirely out of wood. Now, some will say that he can't have much intelligence if it's all wood up there. But I'll leave that up to you, and you can just wonder about this human wonder. You're very lucky people, because you're going to see these things that will make you amazed at how some things can actually be. You'll see the man-child. Now, friends, I'll bet you never thought that a child could take over the body of a man. But now you'll see this. You'll see this child with all his childish tantrums, his me, and all his baby play and baby talk and baby behavior, and it will all be in the body of an actual full-grown man. And an added treat, folks, you'll see him try to act like he's all grown up. You probably don't believe it now, but believe me, you will. And friends, believe it or not, we got a swamp beast for you. An actual slimy, corrupt thing of evil from the swamps that has taken over the body of a man. A thing that thrives on rot, on moral filth, on lies. I got to warn you to keep your distance. It's a thing that will turn you yourselves to decay if you try to be friends. This beast can be especially nasty and turn on you, especially if you forget that it's not a real human. And folks, we got for you a real, honest-to-God, idiot savant. You know what that is? An idiot who keeps saying the same things again and again. Well, this one, you'll see, repeats again and again. Believe me, I'm a genius. I'm a smart guy. I went to all the good schools. Again and again. An idiot who repeats again and again that he's a genius. It's the real thing. This is the stumping, thumping Carnival of Trump. Come in now, do it now, because we may not be open much longer. You can stay as long as you like, but I'll warn you, it's not so easy to get out once you're in. There are no charges on the inside except for higher taxes and less insurance coverages. But did you ever dream that you would see so many unbelievable sights? We got animal acts. Animals that do things that you wouldn't believe. Maybe you heard of the dancing bears from Russia. They grab your hearts, but mostly grab your money and your votes. And you can watch them shoving and pushing out the elephants and the donkeys. And yes, we got elephants. Those huge, bulky, magnificent creatures from across the sea, the biggest land mammal. I'll be honest with you, friends. The elephants are getting weak. They're falling down with some kind of elephant malady, but you can see them even though they're pale and shaky. Some people say it's all a genetic illness, something that elephants just tend to get, and others say it's from bad habits they picked up from some of the other acts, and others say it comes from when they started to panic around the donkeys and kept picking fights with them. But I'll let you in on a secret. The elephants are sneaky beasts, great at trying to fool us and pretending that they're sick. You might wonder how they got that ability, so I guess it just turns out that they're pretty crafty, wily animals. Inky Dinky Finkelstein, 3 times 9 is 29. You're very lucky people. You're the luckiest people alive now, because you will see things that seem like they can't be. Come see our performing artists. We got acrobats who do things that defy belief. They all perform, they all entertain, one act after the other. You can see them all. Come in and see our contortionist. We call him Mr. Twister. Yeah, he can do that typical carny stuff like drag his feet and bite his tongue. But then you'll see some very special things. You'll see him turn all the way up and actually put his foot in his mouth. His entire foot. And not just his mouth, but all the way down his throat. And then he'll talk to you while he's got it there. And here's something you'll see here and never ever see anywhere else. You'll see him put his head down between his legs, and then, let me be delicate, folks, put it behind and up into his GI tract and push it all the way up, and I mean all the way up, and he'll keep it there. You don't believe me? Just come and see. And folks, I tell you, this is not just razzle-dazzle. We got the best paper towel act ever known to man. You won't believe what these guys can do when they throw their paper towels all across the room. You've never seen anything like it. And you probably won't ever see anything like it again. And we got our marathon golf man. This man has endurance like you've never seen. He plays golf almost every day and keeps on playing it, even through crises, terrorisms, storms. Folks, he even plays in the middle of a hurricane. I doubt you've ever seen this kind of golf endurance, but you'll see it here. And then we got our storymen, our smooth talkers, our telltale artists. They can spin a yarn and tell a tall tale that's so outrageous, but they'll make you think it's true. These guys are better than fairy tales, faster than fast-talking snake oil salesmen. Just watch out, don't buy anything from them. Now, this next attraction is not pictured or advertised out front. That's because it's not part of the main show. We present this in the back of this curtain for those of you who care to see it. In this act, you'll see the size men. The men of normal size who keep trying to make themselves bigger than they are. They do all sorts of things. I won't tell you in advance, but you'll see them trying again and again to be bigger than they are. Now, some of you will think that they do this because they got their size meters busted, and they think they're so little. I don't know about that, but I know you'll be amazed to see them again and again trying to make themselves bigger. And then we got our clown, our very special clown. Now, folks, this is not like any clown you've ever seen before. This is a clown who doesn't know he's a clown. He doesn't know he's hilarious, but we can't help laughing and laughing. And it's true, he can be dangerous because of this, so we try to keep him in a cage as best as we can. But it seems he has lots of people who like to let him out for the favors he does them by playing jokes on others when you're not around, so you got to stay on your toes. And finally, we got, of course, our magician. I mentioned our magician last because, well, I got to tell you, maybe he's really not so good. He seems to fool some of the people with his bag of tricks, but to be honest, they all seem to be the ones he has managed to already hypnotize. There are lots of people he doesn't fool at all, so maybe he's just not a very good magician, but some say he earned a spot in our show. But did you dream that you could see so many sights, and in our show you're all winners? That's right, everyone's a winner, everyone, unless you're a loser. Remember, catch us while we're still open. Just line up here and pay your money, and remember our discount. You get our discount and much, much more if you sell your soul to us. That's right, friends. We are in the soul buying business. You sell your soul to us, and we will make you the promises that you want us to make. Just say what promises you want us to make. Now you might ask, will we keep the promises that we make? Well, folks, I can only say that history will tell. But you get a discount to our circus, and believe me, you won't regret it. And that's our circus, folks.